So here I am on the train. It's the night train. So here is the first class cabin. And for the first class cabin, you have 2 beds. Yes, I know, I've already taken up most of the space with my stuff. Let's lock. And then you lock up here. There you go. No one's coming in there. Whoop. There goes another train by us, but it doesn't really catch us. So we have some outlets here. A small light. There's another light up there. Whoops. This is where they show all the... Oh, excuse me. That's the call the person one. Do not call the person one. That's more light. Less light. Oh, totally no light. I think it's funny because I can never figure out what these things are. Okay, that changes with that. So I'm going to turn it off. And then, so you have these doors. So I close the doors and you can lock it like this. There are normally some kind of like locking mechanism. Thank God it's not on this, because last time I did a video about this, I actually managed to get locked in. But I think this is a newer version. So what you do is you open that, and then it can't be opened because you jam up against that. They're very big into security. And you can see we're definitely moving. But we left Lviv, and I feel like I went up and down this train, and I think I'm the only one here. The only one on this train. So here, I've got to unlock this or I will never get out. Okay, and then I'm going to unlock this. And you can see it's pretty quiet. So I want to show you the bathroom before we go. But this is what we recommend to our clients that need to go to Kyiv for their documentation. So they go on the overnight train. We get in. I'm going to get in at 9:30, which is great. I'm actually going to get some sleep. And then they can come back as soon as their documentation is done. So I'm going to show you the rest area. So we have a little toilet here, sink. It's very clean. Yeah. So this is our facilities. So tomorrow morning at 9:30, we'll be in Kyiv. It's really comfortable. It's really relaxing, and I am going to sleep. So, good night. So, this is the view from my little wonderful room on the train as I am approaching Kyiv. I'm about, only 10 minutes away, but still kind of looks a little not like a city. There were some buildings earlier, but now it's pretty quiet. Let me show you around again now that it's lighter. I'll show you around my little thing here. So I have a TV, and it was really funny. This is like a screen. I didn't realize I had this one. I like it very dark to sleep. So It was a bummer that I only realized that this morning, and I've done this enough that I really, really should know. I have a ton of pillows. Now this is a 2-person one, so there's that bed there, and then switch over, and this is the one I slept in on the other side. So I get both of them, and then hey, this is me. Good morning. Lots of mirrors. So that's the door there. We have the light. And up on top you can see there's 2 very, very heavy blankets. Not for this time of year, but good to have. And the bottoms of this actually open up so you can put stuff underneath. So I've been charging everything because they have outlets everywhere. And they gave me bottled water, and they gave me the traditional coffee, which is kind of toxically hard or strong. So I'm in the train approaching Kyiv, and I wanted to show you some of the landscape. It's such a mix of like very old traditional little tiny houses, and then you can see new construction in the background, old construction in the background. So there are huge apartment blocks like what you're seeing now. I'm going to zoom in a little so you can see better. And then sometimes, like this one is a factory. And I don't know if you can see all those little tiny rows? Those are garages. So if you live in a huge big house like this, there's not a lot of parking. So people will buy a garage nearby. So look there's a house built in the 50s, house built probably 10 years ago, that big one. Let's see, Kersch-Kibler, 1960s. This one here. You see how it's like a panel construction? So this was built during Khrushchev's time, and they're actually called Kersch-Kibler. Whoa! And in the background, there's that massive tower that is definitely, there you go. I just lost it. It'll come out in a second. There we go. So that massive tower, which is definitely not the 60s. Brand new. So it's very, by the type of construction, you can tell when things were built. So any of these ones that are coming up that have the panel design, those were built during Khrushchev's time. Now here, take a look at this one. Ooh, they're still building this. Look at these. Oh my God, these are really, really cool. These are 3 neat towers. That's beautiful. A lot of people don't want to live in the center. Some people really enjoy the new construction. You get all the benefits of new construction, excellent air conditioning, brand new, I like the old because it has, history of, but the buildings are really old, and with that comes often a lot of maintenance and things like that. So you can see, here's the railroad tracks, And we're on our way in. So you can tell we're coming into Kyiv. I took the overnight train, got on at 11:58, but oddly I got on much earlier, and it seemed like they moved much earlier, even though I was supposed to get in. I was supposed to take off at 11:58, but it could be that I fell asleep so quickly that I didn't realize what time it was. So these are stations outside Kyiv. So we are rolling into the station in Kyiv. You can see how busy it is. This is now we're going into the new terminal. See the McDonald's? So there's an old terminal and a new terminal. So this is the train station in Kyiv. I just arrived, and there's my train. You can see it's pretty busy here. But take a look, this is the best. I almost can't believe it. They're everywhere. So I am going to make my way and get a taxi. So I'm at the central train station in Kyiv, and there's tons of buses. They're behind each other all over, and taking up and going and taking up and going. Uh-oh, I went too fast. All over Ukraine. Well, okay, all over the Kyiv district.